We have to close down our government. We're building that wall.
Opayo was sued, accused of encouraging his deputies to detain people for no other reason than they were suspected of being in the country illegally.
Son imágenes que causan temor entre la comunidad indocumentada.
Se encontraba Rómulo Abélica, de 49 años, 6 veces detenido por inmigración ICE cuando llevaba a su hija a la escuela.
The program, known as DACA, is being rescinded.
Son horas de incertidumbre.
Estoy muy triste.
Pero la esperanza no muere.
Llegó aquí a los 4 años de edad y ahora está terminado.
I am terrified, and my sisters who also have DACA would enable Trump's mass deportation agents to go after my family,
For over 30 years, there has been an organization that has firmly held the torch for immigrants and refugees, working to ensure their safety and the promise of a better tomorrow. SIREN has extended a message that speaks to the founding values of America. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Now, more than ever, the light must shine brightly for millions of immigrants and refugees across the country whose lives are in peril. SIREN's vision of an America where immigrants and refugees are valued, integrated, and seen as essential to our society, and where the human rights of all persons are protected and honored, has never been more relevant than today.
Some of the biggest challenges that immigrants and refugee families are facing here is just a constant rhetoric that they need to go back somewhere. The new administration launched a clear attack to deport many immigrants and many families. Many of our communities feel a target on their back. We get weekly calls of someone that's been deported, has been detained, or targeted by ICE. It became clear to us that we need to create a system that addressed the needs of families that was quick and easy. So we created a texting platform where people can text SIREN, and we're able to launch legal observers to provide support, legal assistance at the detention centers.
When SIREN was first founded as SIREN, a bunch of us had been working together on this network for a number of years, maybe 10 years or more. And we just felt like we needed to try to put together an organization that could take up a lot of the advocacy issues. The individual people that SIREN helps and touches, that's very significant. Each case, each person who's naturalized, each person who received DACA assistance, each person who even just got some counseling so that they had a better understanding of how the system works, what their rights are. We have full-time attorneys here. We have BIA accredited staff. When SIREN goes out and passes out the so-called red cards to people so that they know when they're confronted by ICE, these are their rights. This is what they should not say. This is what they should do. I think that's really important as well.
I think there's also efforts that we're pushing for ever since Trump took office at the state and local levels as well. There's shields of protection that California can take and that different cities and counties can take, including becoming sanctuary jurisdictions, including providing access to health care, including expanding workers' rights for immigrants. So there's a lot that can be done on the policy front to create these shields of protection for immigrant communities.
Today, SIREN calls on all of us to address what's happening all across America. Hardworking and contributing members of our community are facing deportation.
At the federal level and in Congress, it does seem bleak at times because we have a president and we have a Congress who is very dead set against immigrants. However, there are various pieces of legislation that have bipartisan support that would protect immigrant community members. So right now, one of our main goals is to push for the DREAM Act. This would provide a pathway to citizenship for undocumented youth and those who came here as young children. And we want to make sure that this passes.
DACA youth need our support. Their futures are in our hands.
Immigrants in the community, namely youth, are really just facing uncertainty and fear. They don't really know what to do. They're not aware of what their rights are. Some of them are even afraid to go out of their own homes because of this fear. And I feel that it's really important to, educate and empower the community. That is SIREN's, long-standing motto. We need to educate the community. We need to empower them and create those leaders so they can stand up for themselves within their own communities.
SIREN invites you to stand with immigrants and refugees today. We cannot let fear permeate our communities.
Pues más que nada estar en las sombras, el no poder salir a la tienda por temor.
En sí hay mucha discriminación, en algunas, más que nada uno como hispano nomás te ven y a veces hay gente que sí, y en realidad no está bien porque todos somos humanos.
The forces fighting against immigrants and refugees must know that we will fight for equality and justice.
Siento que todo esto nos ha hecho abrir más los ojos, nos ha hecho armarnos de valor para salir y no tener miedo de nada ni de nadie.
We consider this the civil rights moment of our time. We need every muscle, hand, power person to come forward and support organizations like SIREN. You can volunteer, you can help us make phone calls, you can help people register to vote, you can make a donation. Donations are always welcome.
SIRENs align with the work that we have historically been invested in. We know that to provide collective impact, we need to find collaborators across the region who will work with us.
Without monetary contributions, SIREN really can't do its work. We need that kind of support to really continue to fight for the immigrant communities, provide the services that are needed.
We're excited, and especially as SIREN reaches its 30th anniversary, congratulate them on achieving this major milestone. And we look forward to continued collaboration.
Yo quiero decir que felicidades a SIREN por su 30 aniversario y felicidades por luchar por los inmigrantes, por los derechos de los inmigrantes y por darnos tanta información que es tan importante para nuestra comunidad y que sigan muchos años más.